we don't have to go into it in depth. I feel like we've chatted enough about it. But again, Seth and I got to experience Dune in IMAX, which that was my first time seeing Dune in IMAX. I think
Surprised me. Did you watch it in the cinemas?
I saw it in Dolby in cinema.
Oh, okay. Dolby's
the first
still.
time it came out, and then the other 6 times I logged it was at home.
Mm-hmm.
So I've only seen it in theaters twice. The first time was Dolby. This time was IMAX at the Lincoln Square screen, which is the biggest screen in the world. It's fucking crazy.
Is it actually in the world?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably not. I bet the Sphere in Vegas now has the. Imagine seeing Dune at the Vegas Sphere. That'd be crazy.
You'd literally levitate. It'd be crazy.
But yeah, no, I've only seen it once in theaters when it came out, and that was in IMAX. So I got to experience it fresh when it was in theaters the first time. But I mean, that's been like 2.5 years at this point. It's been a while since it came out.
Yeah. I fucking loved it, man. It was so fun. There's a few scenes in that where I'm like, I was convinced that I wasn't there. It was like an out of body experience. You know what I mean? Like, specifically the scene where I tweeted it last night. You know the battle prep scene where you get introduced to the I can't remember the names of them with the noise where it's going and the scene where Jason Momoa's kind of like spoilers sacrifice-ish scene. Do you know what I mean?
In the hallway or whatever.
It's so fucking good, man. Or like when they first encounter the sandworms with the harvesting thing when they're saving the guys. It's crazy. And then Paul is such a fucking funny name for this world, by the way. Paul, like
it's just the most basic.
It's so
Gurney Halleck, Duncan, Idaho.
Duncan, yeah. Like when Anna first watched it, she was like, she couldn't stop laughing because she's like, why the fuck is he called Paul? And also, I will say, you know, the Baron. I love every scene. Every scene with the Baron feels like a Voldemort scene. You know what I mean? It feels so menacing and like intimidating. But I will say, every time that fucker moves is fucking funny, man. When he starts just going up in the air.
Yeah.
I would look over to Anna every time moving, she'd be like trying not to laugh. You know, when he's like the like doctor guy saves
and he like moves into the screen.
And he comes into the screen, like just floats across the table and then just like snaps this guy's neck or like cuts his neck or something. I was like, oh my god. But
so
every scene with him has this like menacing nature. I hope we get more of Batista in the second one. I mean, I think we will.
I think we do.
And Austin Butler, I'm so fucking like excited.
Yeah.
So
I even said that in my Letterboxd review about the Baron. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is when he's talking to the sister of the Bene Gesserit, and they're basically like, "Let Paul live, let his mom live," and then the Baron like he kind of like breaks the fourth wall, and he's looking right at the camera, and he's like. House Harkonnen would never dream of violating the sanctity of your law. He says it like staring right at me, and I'm like, "This is fucking scary."
Do you know one of my favorite scenes? I think my favorite character is Rebecca Ferguson. I love.
I love her.
The scene of them when they're in the like I don't know what they call it, the helicopter thing. When she starts using the voice and she's like, "Kill him!" It's so fucking good.
Stop.
Man. It gets me off my fucking. She is just. I mean, the whole cast. To be fair, like I love every fucking person involved, and now you've got like Christopher Walken, Florence Pugh coming in, but specifically, Rebecca Ferguson. She's just so good. Like so good. Crazy. So you know, Florence Pugh, is she part of the? I can't remember the name. She's part of the. What is she? She's the princess of what?
Oh, I don't know. She's the Emperor's daughter.
Is she the? So she's the daughter of Christopher
Walken's daughter.
Yeah.
She's the Emperor's daughter. I think Austin Butler is his like nephew.
Did you see Austin Butler said that the most impressed he'd been by an actor on set was Christopher Walken in Dune 2? That's quite interesting.
He's a legend.
I mean, his voice is just gonna fit.
Yeah, he's gonna be fucking menacing.
The cat. Oh man. It's still, and then you just got Javier Bardem just coming out.
Cast is crazy.
Oscar Isaac is like the best looking man I've ever seen in my life. By the way,
easily, dude. Every time Leto Atreides, spoiler, dies, I'm like, oh, this is so heartbreaking because I loved it's that role.
You know, when you look at like Dune, you look at like the most popular reviews on Letterboxd. It's a very, and whenever I speak, but I don't know if you guys, whenever I speak positive about Dune, like really positive on TikTok, I get so many comments just saying it's boring, they didn't feel anything, it's just like open space. I don't get it. I think it's a really visceral experience, and I think the tragedy kind of pours throughout, and every scene, like the fucking Jason Momoa scene, the Oscar Isaac, I'm still struggling to remember the names. I think it's so fucking well done, tragic.
Everything. It's there's so much lore and philosophy in this. Now, like these needed to be 2-3 hour movies.
Yeah, you can't
fully grasp the complexity of this story.
You can't do it in like 1 or 2. There's far too much. Like I didn't realize how many books there were as well. Yeah, I mean, like Lord of the Rings, they had to, because they did that strictly trilogy. They still had to condense it. Like they still had to. They had too much to play with, and even though they did like extended versions as well. But this is just it kind of makes me want to read the book, but then I know it's just a massive commitment. Like I know the book.
Well, there's so many other books in the series. It's just a wormhole you dive into that.
Literal wormhole.
I know, like diehard fans of the book don't even recommend people to get into the book. Sometimes they're just like, it's just not worth it. It's just too dense.
Just so much. Yeah. But amazing experience. So I increased to 5. It's also my only sci-fi 5 of the century. So by proxy, my favorite sci-fi of
the decade, not the century. Of the century.
Of the century. My only sci-fi 5-star.
Like for the last 24 years?
Yep.
You've not given one other sci-fi 5-star?
Do we count Signs as sci-fi?
I mean, we don't count it as a real film to begin with.
I would say it's sci-fi.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe we don't count like Spider-Man 2. I don't know why the fuck that's on here.
Yeah, I mean, technically, yes. Superhero movies are science fiction movies.
Okay, I'd say it's the only sci-fi fantasy, whatever. It's for me. I'm gonna say something hot right now.
I don't even.
I think Dune is like this era's 2001.
Dude, you had
wow.
I'm dead serious, man.
It's crazy because you were like the last one on this pod to start like watching it and getting into
the last one.
Yeah, and I regret it every day. I don't know, man. I think Dune is like. It's Denis. He's just got that. He's got it in the bag. Like he's done it so well, you know.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. It's his second best film, dude.
It's kind of crazy how
by a long way. It's his first by a long way. What's his first?
Arrival.
Okay.
What do you rate Arrival?
I actually haven't got Arrival rate because I watched it when it first came out. I imagine like a 4 or 4.5. I do really like it. It's great.
That's a 5-star.
Denis just kind of that guy for sci-fi. Like Blade Runner was already such an acclaimed and loved like cult classic movie from the 80s that he's like, I'm going to make the sequel. And, a lot of people like it even more than the original. And then like, he's like, all right, what's my next challenge? I'll take something that's never been adapted well to movies and make it potentially greater than like Star Wars, honestly.
Imagine how intimidating it is. Trying to adapt Dune. It's crazy. It's so much.
You need to watch Sunshine, Danny Boyle's Sunshine.
Oh yeah, I do it. Well, do you remember I started it because I think we were going to do it for a review.
We did it for a real quick. Yeah,
I don't think I was there. I do need to. Yeah, I need to finish that. Because I was liking it as well. So
damn, I got.
Yeah,
these are all my 5-star science fiction films from this century: Arrival, Blade Runner 2049, Dune, Eternal Sunshine, Her, Inception, Interstellar, Logan, Mad Max: Fury Road, Nolan's The Prestige, both Spider-Verse movies.
I wouldn't say Prestige is sci-fi. Would you?
I wouldn't say Logan either.
I'm just going by Letterboxd.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't know, superhero films. I guess they are, but they're also
but they're not like traditional sci-fi.
They just need their own genre, honestly.
Yeah, I kind of can't remember like a separate entity, you know.
And then Danny Boyle's Sunshine. So I got a chunk.